guy at that practice. Just show me who he
There's
is.
no chance. This guy, you can beat this
I
guy.
pinned him. Ask him. Pinned him at Latero's in the overall. He wanted to run it back because he said,
Good luck.
Who else? Show me the next guy back there. That was Daniel Price.
This is all we got. Small turnout.
Who all's there?
Look, the fact I'm pulling 3 days out should be a good indicator that I'm confident.
I'm pretty sure I've beat every guy in that practice.
No way. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this right now. Daniel Price's hand is probably the strongest hand I've ever felt. Besides Devin.
He's incredible. He's fucking incredible. But I snuck a couple death presses in on him. That's
his hand's very strong, but
look, the press isn't going to save you. I know your game. Look, we both know each other's game.
For the first time we've seen him pull. He's legit. But I'm gonna give you one fact right here. You ain't fucking Daniel Price.
I'm not Daniel Price. I'm Jordan Landry.
Just because you're standing next to him don't mean I'm scared.
Hey, look, I will say I'm getting stops on him. Legit stops.
You've only been pulling him for like 7 years straight. You should have a fucking lane by now.
You know, it's hard. His hand is really good.
Do you train with a formal team? What is that? Are you guys a team, or who do you train with? What's your alliance?
Main team, like OG team is like Arms of War, Fort Myers guys. But
okay.
Paris Poolside I've been pulling with more often. Always pulled with Daniel. Daniel's like the first guy I pulled with at the start of my career. So
okay,
I've got the special spot. That's why I'm trying to pull John. I understand the vengeance, Brandon. I get you. I beat Craig. Now you got to mess me up. I see.
Yeah, he's part of Pole Barn. We don't care about anyone else.
Ooh.
Hey, you do realize that you will nothing you did to Craig will work on me. I love Craig, but Craig's a fucking bonehead. Okay? Craig was not thinking anytime during that match. And if I had been there just with Craig would have overwhelmed you.
I don't know, man. What I was feeling was a little different. I was feeling
it's a huge win because prior to me going over to Artem's house, Artem was telling me that you might win.
That's not what I heard.
Well, you know, Artem always tells everyone, "No, you're going to lose," so everyone comes in crazy. But your victory before Craig was Antonio, right?
Yes.
Antonio, I'd love to hear your prediction on what will happen.
I mean, to be honest, Brandon, I think Jordan is going to 3-0 you, but that's just me, dog. You do you.
He's on his team. Don't ask him.
What was the outcome with you and him?
It was 1-3.
And you believe that you would beat me?
Depends.
Depends.
That's what old people wear.
No. Nothing depends. We all know exactly. Listen, in your heart right now, I'll prove to you it doesn't depend. How much money you want to bet?
I'm good. I ain't betting money on that. Not right
now. There you go. That tells you right now we understand. We understand, because if my daughter wants to bet me some money for arm tonight, I will fucking bet her because I know I'll win that shit.
All right. Whatever you say.
So you believe in him. You believe that I will do worse than you. Let me ask you this. What's the last time you pinned me?
Probably at practice, probably. Not an actual tournament. So
you don't even remember. It's been that long ago, and it's never happened in a tournament, you're telling me.
You know what? Fine, Brandon.
And you believe you're going to have done better.
Jordan, we can find out, dog.
Hey, we got to get a fucking some IQ test on this thing, because you two guys, I can't believe that you believe I'm going to do worse than you against Jordan. If you said that we both lost, but I'm going to do 3-2 and you did 3-1, then I could kind of be like, okay, he's realistic.
Well, okay, all right, Brandon. Since we're talking about this, how do you think Antonio would do against Craig?
I don't.
Because the score doesn't always.
This is what I think happened. You want my breakdown? I think that you really probably can't beat Craig in most scenarios, but you did beat him. So you get the glory. But I believe what happened is the first match, Craig thought he had your position and wasn't wise enough to know when the angle changed, and his hand blew up. I've pulled Craig with a blown up hand. You can smoke Craig when his hand is blown up. And not to say,
Brandon, you are gonna be very surprised. Look, listen. I think Craig is a really cool dude. I do. I think he's very strong. I think his hand is legit. I think that he's probably the best hand out of the straps I've felt in a very long time. Very long time. I'll be blunt. I couldn't beat him round one out of the straps. His hand was too good. That being said, though, and I believe this is when he had the injury, after round one, I was very comfortable.
Well, so you believe he got injured and you're basing all your success off an injured man?
I don't know when he got injured, but I do believe it was after round one because when we went round two, I side pressured with him.
Yeah. I'm going to test your integrity right now. I'm going to test your real honesty.
Okay.
What happened the last time me and you got on the table?
Against?
Me and you?
Last time, I think there was, that was after George, actually, I believe, right? Pulling George? About a year and a half.
Listen, what happened the last time?
The last time you told me my hand was good. I got you there. And then you went sideways and you got me there, if I remember correctly.
Okay. The time before that, what happened?
I don't remember.
And
That guy doesn't exist, Brennan. That guy doesn't exist anymore. Hey, I'm not that guy that you pulled when Dustin Ramey and you pulled. All right, I remember that. That's a while. That's years. I'm a different guy now.
Bro, you're like one of 1,000 chapters of dudes that thought they were different in my story.
Hey, it could be possible. Maybe
I'm like fucking Methuselah. Bro, I've been around for ages just taking on y'all motherfuckers, stepping up. I'll take you. I'll take you. I'll take you. I'll take Antonio right now. Y'all know. Y'all know. This is, I know that you seem like you're the one, but it's like Neil and I done seen it. You ain't the one. You're good.
Hey, I might not be the one. I might not be the one. I've stated that. Look, there might be guys out there that are way stronger than me, and I know there are guys that are way stronger than me. All right, I'm looking for that guy. I haven't really found him yet. I think Daniel's a good contender. I think Chase Edmondson is a good contender.
Hey, let me ask you this. As much as I love talking shit with you, and it's all out of love, you know this, right? But I want to ask you this. Do you believe that if we go to have our match, I was the one that told you you were really doing a disservice to yourself by staying all crunched to the table trying to hold the peg with your bad arm, right?
Right.
From that point on, you really started prospering and you got this big open top roll style and all that, which is badass. Do you believe if me and you in our match, if we make it where I don't have to hold the peg either, that it helps or hurts you?
I think that you haven't had enough time on the table for you to apply any disadvantage or advantage. Like as in you haven't had enough time on the table, like removing your arm. If you like the difference is substantial. Like when you first do it, it takes time for you to develop where like you feel comfortable.
He's been cheating for 13 years.
Right, but what I'm saying is that let's say so if somebody pulls for 20 years and then they suddenly remove their arm from the peg, it'll feel much different. You'll be a little bit less coordinated. After about like 6 months to a year, you might start getting it, but you're gonna force yourself in a position where you're kind of holding on to people, and then you start getting developed. That's why my hook is now a hook.
So you just clarified it probably won't be an advantage to me, basically, is your opinion. Do you mind making the holding the peg optional in our match?
That's completely fine. Completely fine.
Okay.
So here, let me clarify this. I think that
motherfucker and hold the bottom of the leg.
I think that there are some maneuvers you can do, but you can't get it off the start. I've tried. You can get an advantage if you apply back pressure a certain way, but it's minimal. And then there's a myth that like, oh, your side pressure isn't as good. But every opponent that I've faced so far, I've applied side pressure at some point in the match. If you look back, like me and Antonio pulled, I applied side pressure the first round when I pinned. Direct side pressure. Round 2 when I pulled Craig, started with me applying side and down pressure. And we both had middle hand control. Even when he was all the way down, I applied just direct side pressure until I couldn't get anything.
I gotta
So
hire you
I
for
think that if you
fucking.
train it and you apply it a certain way, I think it's still as effective. But I do believe that like you can't apply it as much. Like if I'm hanging on to somebody and I'm open, I can't apply as much drag as I would want. I might get an elbow foul, or I might not be able to rotate as much. Even though I saw like comments saying like, "Oh, I'll be able to rotate more." Well, if you do that, you kind of expose yourself to different things. Same with side pressure. Like you get some stuff, but you lose some things. You'll feel it if you don't grip onto the peg, then you'll feel it. You know what I'm talking about?
You believe this be the first time I let go of the fucking pegs?
You've done it a few times though. You know, because
He's gonna
the
have
first
you
time.
by the fucking ankle, Jordan.
I don't think it makes a huge difference. I don't. I don't think like you like level up
How old
suddenly.
are you? How old are you?
Me, 24.
Yeah, me and Artem were running through motherfuckers like you when you were 12 years old. Okay? Trust me, taking my hand off the fucking peg is not an innovative thought. I promise it won't change shit.
That's just what I felt. Hey, look, maybe I need to use my right arm. Maybe I need to right arm and just hold onto the peg with my left hand, and maybe I can see what's up. Look, Brandon, I just know I'm gonna love this match. I hope there's a lot of shenanigans. I think that like this is probably gonna be the most fun I've had since Bull and Chase. I really do. I know this match is gonna last a while. Like, there's no doubt.
What other matches are there? Mikey said there's 10 matches. I thought there were 6.
There's 9 for us.
There's 7 total, but 3 of them are right and left.
Yeah. You want to go over? Antonio, hey, shout out to Antonio, the matchmaker for this. He put all this together.
Well, credit to John too for coordinating.
Right on.
Okay, John did too. I'm sorry. Yeah, John and Antonio, pole benders and the garage grinder captain, slowly turning into fucking Captain America. What's the matches? Someone run them down. John, Antonio.
Oh, you asked the little guy over there.
Yeah,
okay.
We just pull up the flyers.
Yeah, I mean we can pull the flyers, or I can just name them. It don't matter.
Here, we'll just go through the flyers.
We're going over that. Yeah.
Here you go. We'll go through the flyers.
Yeah. This one is separate from the Team Wars. This is its own entity.
Yeah.
So this doesn't count. This doesn't count as
got a lot better.
Yeah.
Countdown.
Yeah, this one right here is just something different. But
so who is it? You say the names. Jeff Bruss and Trey Kennedy.
Yeah.
I got Trey Kennedy winning that.
Hey, so do I. I like that shirt and that beard.
Me too. Hey, anybody in the old flow arm combat, that's a 15% increase in horsepower.
That's why Antonio's wearing it.
Yes, sir.
Those things are banned in the Olympics as a known performance enhancer.
I got one as a pillowcase right now. I sleep on it.
Love it.
Just oozing gains. Yeah, I don't know. I've never pulled either one of these guys, so I don't really know how strong they are, but they look huge. So
yeah, 2 300-pounders. What else we got?
All right, let's see.
Based on what I'm hearing, it sounds like Trey's got an advantage. I haven't pulled either.
Yeah, my phone's gonna fucking.
We went over to Brandon.
okay, look at that. Look at the muscle man. He's beach
I am interested
bound.
in this one. This is a good one.
Zach Johnson versus Brad Kurtz, left and right hand. Zach is representing the greatest team in Florida, and then there's the guy with the pole barn people. Hey, I've never pulled Brad, but he looks strong, man. He looks pretty good.
Just because of Zach's experience. He doesn't on the table.
Do what?
I do think Zach's the favorite because he has more experience on the table compared to Brad.
Yeah, I think Zach left-handed would be the favorite for sure. Right-hand, I don't even know. I can't remember last time I pulled Zach.
Hey, why are the garage grinders guys so much more jacked?
It's just how we roll, man. Zach he's hella jacked. Look at him.
I mean, y'all know who's gonna win this one. But
Yeah, this is a really good match. It was a really good match last time you guys pulled too.
Is this right and left also?
Yes. Yeah, this was a really close match when you guys pulled at the end of 2022. You guys ended up some weird spots. It was a good one, but Antonio did win. It was it?
50-50, left-handed. I'm the favorite, I think.
Yeah, I would say that's fair. You're a lot more active than Ethan, but he's super strong. So it's so are you though. But yeah, I would say you're the favorite, lefty and righty. I don't know. He's strong, man. So are you. So
That's a fair assessment. That's pretty much where I'm at. I think left can. I think it depends on the mentality going in. I do. I think that Antonio's got an edge here, left for sure, and then right. I'm unsure because I don't pull right. But
yeah, lefty. I do see some options. I think it's gonna be ugly. I don't think it's gonna be an easy walk for either one of them. But I think it's gonna be an ugly match.
This is left and right.
Yeah,
I got Antonio winning left, Ethan winning right.
yeah. I think that's fair. But it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a hard match either way. On both sides.
Antonio's right is a 6, his left is a 8. So I would argue that the lefty's got the advantage.
Yeah,
All right, that's a fair assessment.
I wouldn't give him an 8.
ooh, look,
This
one's close.
This is a good match. This right here is actually going to be the last match that we have. This is the very final match.
That's the main event.
Yep. Because
all right,
Robbie and Maverick are both so freaking good, man, and they both have such an explosive style. One kind of more outside and flat, and one inside. You know, like with the press. But Robbie can top roll really well too if he does have the stronger hand. I don't know, but I assume that Maverick's gonna be too much for him and blast the shit out of him.
It depends. If Robbie gets his little floppy lightning press in there, Maverick's not going to stop it. Maverick's gotten pins on Robbie's gotten pins on Matt King and John Theron with his press. So keep that in mind. Right-handed.
hard to tell. This one, I want to. If I'm biased, sorry, Antonio, I'm going for Maverick. I that guy. Look, I know I'm on the team, but look, Maverick is a little crazy right now.
Well,
but if I'm going, it's just so hard to tell because I haven't pulled Robbie, and it's obviously right. The flop is definitely the defining factor. Like, is he going to pull it out immediately, or is he going to wait? Because when the last match that he pulled against Austin Collins, he waited. Will he go there? Like, will it be enough? I think that if you let Maverick into the match at all, he gets a momentum boost. Like, he can run with that. I think that's going to be a deciding factor too. I would give the slight edge to Maverick here, probably 3-2, but it could go either way. If Robbie gets a round, I think that Robbie wins personally. I think that David is going to have to fight a little bit, but he can once he gets something, it's going to be good.
If Robbie wins center, then it's going to be a long day.
Agreed.
But he's not, so it don't matter.
We'll see. This one's pretty good.
I see Robbie winning this by disqualification because Maverick gets too crazy and doesn't realize he was going to win the damn thing and gets disqualified from the event.
that could happen.
That's my premonition. The past 2 events, he tried to fight somebody. I feel like it's coming. And we're gonna have to it's gonna be 100 men versus a gorilla.
Yeah. Yep.
What's the next one we got?
This one's still.
Actually, there's one of the big ones.
Yeah. Brandon and Randy.
I'll be straight up. I think Brandon's gonna win this, but I do think Randy's stronger inside. But Brandon, you're just way too technical for Randy. I'll be honest. I can beat Randy, so I know you're gonna beat Randy, but he's gonna give you some trouble. But
you don't say that, Antonio. You idiot.
Man, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But he's gonna give you hell regardless. If you go inside, I think you're fucked, Brandon, but I do think you're too technical in the straps.
They're giving up already.
He's not giving up. He's gonna give him
Sissies.
regardless.
I mean, this is
Doesn't mean
one of the
shit,
big
bro.
matches.
I thought I was gonna 3-0 Jordan, and I was completely fucking wrong.
Well, everybody thinks they're going to beat me because I'm weak and I'm, beat up. And
Doesn't that suck? Whenever you think you're gonna win, you get your ass kicked. Oh.
Oh my god, bro. My favorite trophy fucking gone, bro.
Yeah. All right.
I think
What's
it's
the
going to be a
next
good
match?
That's one of the big matches, in my opinion. For me, like I don't know, like I'm more concise than the other
I
one.
think we lost Brandon.
Yeah. His phone died. I guarantee it.
What?
Every time
I don't
you
know how this
talk
match
to
is
him.
going to go. I don't.
Yeah. I think that's a good match. So Brandy looks good, man. Like especially if
Strong.
if he gets what he wants, I think he could be a problem. But Brandon's so damn good. He's such a good
He's
arm
very
wrestler.
technical.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
think that
anybody
Brandon
gets what they
probably
want against
wins.
Brandon.
Do what?
Nobody gets what they want against Brandon.
No. If you do, it's one time, and you're gonna waste it because he's gonna get out of the match.
Oh yeah, you got to pin him 3 times every round.
We'll
Yep.
see. We'll see. Hey, who knows? Who knows?
When I pulled Brandon, I had to pull him like 9 times right hand, and eventually he could beat me in a hook because he blew through my hand.
Yep.
That's all right.
Hey, is what it is.
I think
Next.
Randy's center control is really good, though. So I think that's
Yeah, he ain't gonna have any
contender.
control from the setup on. It's gonna go from fuck to fuckville, and that's gonna be the whole thing.
He's gonna be
I
hanging
agree with
on
that.
by
I
his
agree.
fingertips.
Brandon's sneaky. Very sneaky.
It is what it is. But it'd be a good match. What's the next match?
That was all of them. I think that was all 7.
You didn't even put mine up there. Mikey hates me. I know who he's going for.
Your arms aren't big enough.
Hold on.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna beat Drew so bad they kicked me out of
I'm
it.
blind. My bad. Save the best for last.
There we go. All right, you're back in good graces.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I'll
gonna
kick off
say
the prediction by saying 3-0.
I think this is similar to me and Ethan's match where John's the favorite left-handed and it can go either or right-handed. That's my opinion at least.
Dude, I gripped up with John yesterday, and he felt weak at first, then he rips through my fucking arm and caught me off guard. So I don't know. Drew is like a B tier 76 guy, I think, and John's like a good A tier 76 guy right now.
Well, they're both 200 basically, so
Oh, yeah. John's gonna fuck him.
Let's see how heavy I am. I don't think I'm that heavy.
I think
Oh, yep.
I agree.
I'm 200.8 right now.
I don't think Drew is ready for how hard John hits now. It's stupid.
I
Yeah.
think that if John gets any sort of damage on you, it's very
Motherfucker
difficult to.
can't completely take it back. It's a grinder. So it's going to be a good matchup for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Drew has enough moves in the tank to stop the hit, because if you get any bleed, it's just hard. Like John's gonna hit hard, and if you like, maybe he gets 1 round, maybe 2, maybe, but he's gonna hit, and it's just gonna
Which
be
arm?
very quick. Left. I'm talking about. You have an advantage.
Ain't none of y'all pinning my left arm.
I think
Get the hell outta
that
here.
round 1 is the best shot that somebody's going to beat you, John. But after that, if you have any, like, if the person has any wear and tear, you just blast them. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna beat him so
very
bad.
dangerous.
You're gonna have to call someone else for the next match for me.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah, you're gonna need Jordan to try, but no. On the right arm, I don't know how to arm wrestle right-handed, so we'll figure that out when I get up there. Who knows?
I
what I'm
think that's a
gonna
good
do.
match then, if that's what you're going on.
Yeah.
Right.
I was never ranked at 76 right-handed. I only arm wrestle like twice ever right-handed at 76. But on the left, yeah, no, I'm gonna kill him. But he is good in the strap. Every time I have beat Drew, he always felt very uncomfortable. Like when I gripped up with him, and then his hand folded back. So
he does know how to manipulate the hand and the strap real good. He
yeah, no,
can blow your hand up because he knows where to squeeze to cut circulation off on your thumb.
yeah.
He's real
I'll
good
just
at it.
dead load. I'll just dead load with him, and he won't feel nothing. I don't know. I don't think left hand that there's a lane he can beat me.
He's gonna be sticky, but like I said, you definitely have a favorite left hand.
I think I'll have total control, and I'll rip him any way I want to rip him.
You say so, but you're in for a surprise, dog. It's what
I
it
think
is.
I would do the same to you. It don't matter.
As you want after your super match with Drew. You're ridiculous.
Now, right arm, who knows? I just swing for the fences and hope for the best. If it's there that day, it's pretty good. If it's not, uh-oh. But
Okay, retro wave coming in with the John beats Drew decisively.
yeah.
I think Drew's best shot is round one. That's my opinion. I think after that, it's a matter of how round one goes. If it looks rough, then I think John takes it. But if there's a lane, it's just can Drew hang in there? That's it. That's all I see.
I mean, I haven't competed in a tournament since August.
Look, that makes you a sleeper. It makes it better because then people are going to doubt you and then you're just going to blast through. That's what happened with me. So
I don't think anyone's going to doubt me.
Must be nice.
What, like 90% stronger since August?
Yeah, it's not even close. I'm 30 pounds heavier. I was 171 at that tournament. I just stepped on scale 200.8. Of course, I'm a little full, but yeah, geez.
I can only see Drew going up top, and I can't see him beating you up top. That's the only thing. I can't see him going inside with you because you're a hook puller now, but still, you're strong as fuck up top.
Yeah, he doesn't feel great up top. Like it don't feel very comfortable when he grips up there. But I've gotten fortunate to take his hand pretty easy both times I pulled him. But he does feel kind of shitty to grab a hold of, from what I remember. But I don't know. I'm just gonna hit him super hard and just pin him and be done with
it. My phone died.
Yeah.
His phone just keeps fucking dying.
That's why Brandon's the best. But yeah. I have confidence in my left arm. It feels healthy, and then even my right feels pretty good. I think right now. I just don't know an actual.
Just keep that in mind. He's gonna surprise you regardless.
No, I don't think it's a surprise because I see that 50-50. I do.
All right, I respect that.
Because he's beat guys right-handed that I think that I had trouble with, but right now the guys that I beat recently right-handed, like even like at the practice turn little matches I had, beat guys that beat him, and I beat them easily. So, but styles and stuff and all that, and I don't know. Right hand probably won't be flash pins if you know. I don't know if I have that ability, but I think I can out arm wrestle pretty much anybody. So, I'm gonna if it's close.
Like the confidence.
It's just true. You know, it is what it is. If the power's close, then I take me 100 times out of 100.
Sure, I get that.
Antonio, when's the last time Drew pulled the tournament?
Probably the last time he beat Antonio.
I think he pulled this last tournament actually.
That one doesn't count. That one don't count. Nobody showed
April
up.
19th. There was some pretty good stats there. There's some pretty good stats.
He just pulled at Raymond James, and he got second left and right.
Right. Kyle's feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, Kyle's strong, so it's fair, and he lost to Chris Calgary, which I may have lost to both those guys as well. So on left and right. So I mean, I've never pulled either one of them in a tournament.
Okay, makes more sense.
But whatever. But I do think that this is so it's the best. It's whoever wins 5 matches first wins. And I think there's a chance it could be like 7-2, or it's going to be like a nail biter. Like I think either we destroy, or there's some crazy wins that happen, and all of a sudden it's like 4-4 going into the final match. Which
I mean, I feel like Garage. I'm not gonna lie. Based on if I'm being unbiased and stuff, I think that Garage has an edge here.
Who's the
I see
first
an
match?
edge with Garage.
you're supposed to be the savior, Jordan.
Right, but I'm being realistic, right? But at the same time, like, you're right. It could go either way. I don't know. 7-2 is pretty, or 5-2 is pretty aggressive. I think.
Or no, it's 7-2-5. Yeah, so, yeah.
I think it could be close. I just think that there's probably
You
gonna be
got
one
9,
more match.
right?
So I'm gonna beat Brandon, so it's not gonna matter. I mean, I'll just sub me out.
I don't think so.
Jeff,
No,
what do
you
you
don't-
think?
Okay. Between you and Jordan?
Yeah.
I think it's whoever can hit a press first on the other one. Because you guys can double king
really interesting.
open top roll. Yeah, you both like to open top roll and kings move at this point.
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be a long match. Brandon knows how to fucking arm wrestle. Like you can outpower him, but he's just gonna out arm wrestle you regardless.
Yeah.
He'll be
this is gonna
your
be fun.
fingers on top of your hands. It's real hard to arm wrestle him.
You got to be a level plus stronger to beat Brandon.
That's
Listen,
what makes it so
but
fun.
I
though,
know
'cause we're both
arm
the
for
same.
arm,
3-0 is
I am
tough.
way stronger than Brandon, and he still beats me 8 out of 10 times because he can out arm wrestle me.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's a terrible thing.
I've had to do it before, and I beat him 2-0 easy, and then he destroyed me like 5 times in a row after that.
As soon as he fucking cracked the code.
I think we both have similar things, though. It's very difficult to 3-0 me. Very difficult. Most people would agree.
Yeah. So
most people
we
believe
do have very similar technique.
you've been in it longer, though. I will say you got more experience on me. You know the game.
I've been arm
better.
wrestling much longer than you. Not that matters all the time. My arm is longer.
It's a long ass arm.
But I don't think your hand's gonna hold that, Brandon. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that your best bet is a press. I think a lot of people could agree. I really do. I think the press is your best option. I don't
You
think
should
you're
go
gonna beat my
back through
hand.
some videos and see who cracked my hand.
Look, what I thought was Craig.
There's not a lot of videos of my hand cracking, dog.
Hey, look,
I'm
not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like who I pulled and stuff. I think that your inside is gonna be the way. I think most people could agree.
Brandon into a hook to pin him.
I'll go in a hook first.
I don't think you can.
Look, I'll go into a hook first match too. If you want first round, I'll go into a hook.
Yeah, listen,
make that deal.
And I don't
hey,
want
Mikey, you heard it here
sit
first.
Down in that hook. You stand up and go shoulder to shoulder with me.
Hey, what happened with Craig? I stood up. He was down there doing.
Look, no, I don't want to hear shit about that Craig match. You did a good job manipulating him and making him grab onto you with the peg here, and you were like way back here, and he was reaching for you. It was not the best showing of setup from Craig. I think he's probably stronger than you actually, but
I think
you
it's
did
so
a very
marginal.
good job manipulating the
marginal.
setup, and I feel like he was chasing you around the table to get a hold of you, and that was the difference.
There he is. There's Craig.
There's the man.
Look, I do believe
he's stronger than you.
What's up, guys? I think we're pretty close.
What's up, Craig?
Yeah, it's close, but I would say power for power, he's probably the stronger guy. You just manipulated the setup very well.
If I had to bet on Brandon versus Jordan, I wouldn't, because I know it can go either way. It's who's going to outlast the other one. Brandon's pronation is retarded. I've never been able to take his hand. Jordan, your hand's big, but Brandon's got a longer arm.
Look, unless he's
I run out
able
of
to pronate
pad going against Brandon.
If he can't top roll Daniel Price, he's not going to beat me.
Yeah, if you can't top roll the guy that Jordan's been pulling for 6 years and knows exactly how to pull, then you can't beat him.
I don't. I tried,
That's
man.
fucking ridiculous.
Look, listen, all I'm saying is that where I'm at right now, it's very good.
Yeah.
It would take.
You think you're the only one to ever beat
You're going to need to press me.
I done beat Shark. I done beat them all, dog. Chad Silvers, Artem, fucking. You run it through. Everyone on this motherfucking podcast has got it at least once.
Yeah,
Craig's the man, but I'm telling you this: just because you were able to beat him in one super match, don't mean you're Toddzilla suddenly.
No,
Craig told you wrong.
Of course not.
If I had been there to tell Craig how to pull you, I promise you on everything, he would have hooked you and snuffed you to the ground.
That's what a
He
lot of
pulled
people
you
thought.
wrong. He tired himself out in that first round. He hung on
He did hang
15
on.
seconds too long, and he was never the same after that. You got in his head when you started thinking it was over. He believed you a little bit, in my opinion. And you played the game well. You played the game well. That happens. That's a fucking rock beats paper, you know, or rock beats scissors, scissor beats paper. You know, that happens from time to time. That doesn't suddenly mean after beating Antonio and then getting one on Craig that you're like untouchable. I'm going to bring you back to reality. This going to be your hype is faker than fucking the Katy Perry space launch, dog. Bring it right back to Earth. Hey, and listen, afterwards, don't be talking about pulling John Theron. I'm pulling John Theron after I beat you.
I think
okay,
with the
so
mentality
the whole
I'm
hype
hearing, I
train
think you're
got to
gonna
slow
lose,
down.
man. I think
We're gonna come
everybody's
back to
mentality coming
reality.
in. You're gonna get smoked if you think like that. I'm not taking this lightly, all right? I know what you're capable of. I've already calced you. So unless you surprise
you know
me,
so
you're
little.
in
You're
for
out
a
there. You're
rough,
training right now.
match. You better be at the strongest version, or this is gonna be trouble.
The strongest version of me would walk through you.
Yeah,
you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah, the strongest version of Brandon is that's scary.
That's a myth.
Yeah.
You better
Craig
hope
wanted
Brandon's
to
off the
input
couch
something
for
here.
this match.
How much do you weigh, Jordan? That's it. That's an important detail. Not that I don't care, but how much do you weigh?
About 215 in the morning.
215?
Yeah.
Okay. That's modest for yourself.
Just one more fast,
it's gonna be fun. Craig, I'd love some input, dog. How you doing?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
There.
All right. What's up, guys? So yeah, my whole experience with this is two things. Don't pull a super match first, even though it's the other hand, and don't go to a football stadium in the middle of the fucking heat and drain yourself by fucking around. But I'll say one thing though, Jordan, I didn't respect the kind of game, and you guys are right. The setup, running away, I couldn't get connected, and that's something I got to work on, man. I got to work on the strap game. I never really pulled left strap much, and you know, I'm a 53-year-old broken arm guy, like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's not really much about me to be that excited about, you know, beating me. But that being said, I see Jordan's really progressing. I'm interested in this match with Brandon. Brandon's a dog. Brandon has tricks. Brandon will set up differently. And I know Brandon's strong right now, and it's going to be interesting. And this could be the weekend that everything gets ruined for you. And unfortunately, all that John Tarian matches and stuff like that, this is really a gamble for you. So,
It is.
you know, I admire that you're like a savage, dude, and you're a warrior. And, you know, I had a great time. I learned a lot. Unfortunately, I got injured. My left, I don't know, man. It just doesn't stay together. My pec is just, you know, damage controlled. But I like to pull Jordan again in the future. I'll pull him totally different. I didn't rely on my pronation or my hand. I tried to hook him when I couldn't get connected to him, and I just didn't feel connected. And Jordan was the better guy that day. And hats off to him, man. I have much respect for him. And you know, I'm glad that this match is going down on Saturday. It's going to be a great tournament. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it, but I would like to talk about how exciting it is to win a fucking motorcycle, guys. Let me tell you that. Like, if all the experiences in my career arm wrestling, winning that motorcycle, yeah, please do. Gives me goosebumps still.
Pull it up. Hang on.
Bro, that was the coolest fucking thing ever when you won that. I didn't know if you had the key.
I asked you how to fucking rev the motor. That was the first time I've ever sat on a motorcycle. Fuck, it's crazy.
Wow.
Dude, that was so awesome. They couldn't have went any better.
Right,
oh, we got the play.
Let's watch this.
Yeah, all right. Give me a second. Let me hear. Get you set up. Get it, Greg.
That's awesome.
That makes me smile every time.
Your champion here today.
Dude, if my arm wrestling career ended right there, I mean, that was so amazing. And C was there doing the videos and shit, dude. I mean,
Yeah, y'all will never forget that.
Of a human being right here.
oh
Yeah,
man.
Congratulations. Guys, listen for your names. We're going to give out awards right here. Give Craig a round of applause.
Yeah, that was
You'll
dope.
never forget that one.
Yeah. Dude, that was exciting. And I'll tell everybody that's competing on Saturday, man, it's the most exciting feeling in the world, man. It's, you know, I was talking to Josh Bishop a few weeks before the event, and he won a motorcycle back in the day, man. And I always thought, and then Hunter, of course, won that motorcycle that you gave away, Brandon. So it was really interesting, man. And just a crazy experience. What a prize. And of course, you know, I gave the bike back, sold it back to you guys so you guys could give it away again. I feel like that's a great prize to go at for arm wrestlers, man. It's super exciting. C wanted to win it.
Cool.
C wanted to win the bike, but you know. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys for putting on that tournament, and you know, it was great. But you know what? This is how arm wrestling works, you know, like you feel like you're on top of the world, you go undefeated, you win a bike, and then you go and get smashed by Jordan, and then all that shit gets taken away, dude. All that shit gets taken away. And then it's back to like, fuck,
Yeah.
do I suck? So
You
that's
don't
the thing I
suck.
love
You
about
don't
this
suck. You're
sport,
strong.
guys. That's the thing I love about this sport. It's such a mental challenge. Once you think you're on top of the world and you're the man, and then the next minute you're like contemplating, do I know how to arm wrestle? So
Yep.
it's a great sport, and I hope you guys have a great tournament, man. I really do. I'm excited to see who wins it. I know my boy Clifton is coming in. He just got in town, and he's pulling a couple classes. So it's going to be great, man. So hats off to you guys.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited. There's a lot of people traveling for it. So I'm curious to see who it ends up with. And then also, I don't know if you guys noticed too, this time we're doing something a little different. We're going to raffle away 2 tickets. And those tickets are going to be given away based on entries into the tournament. So in theory, an amateur or a woman or even masters has a shot at getting a key, which then translates to having a shot at actually winning the bike.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nope. That'll get a lot more retention. A lot more people will probably stay with, even just for the shot, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's cool, man. I mean, I'm still at the phase in arm wrestling where I'm trophy hunting. I love getting the medals. I love displaying them. I think it would be cool as shit if I was able to win a bike, man. I probably would just let it sit in my garage as a trophy. I don't even think I would ride it.
Yeah,
That's such a cool prize, dude. It's pretty understated how awesome winning a bike and how rare that is in your career. Like that'll never happen again. I never won a motorcycle. You could arm wrestle your whole life and never win a bike.
Well, Craig can't, but all of us could.
Yeah.
He's been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah, that's old news for Craig.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. Now I gotta.
Yeah, he wants a school bus next or something.
Yeah.
He was telling me. I heard
An
it.
SUV. You got to get a van. I'll take a hippie van.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, how do you one up that now, Craig?
What's that?
How do you one up that experience?
I have to beat Jordan. That's my one up it. He's a wanted man now.
I guess so.
And I know
so. Craig,
Antonio feels the same way. He's not slipping on that defeat either. So you got two people on here that are ready to put some work in, right? Isn't that true, Antonio?
Antonio sees
anytime.
me getting smoked.
Brandon's gonna be the third one. Who knows? Who knows? I don't underestimate anybody.
Well, it's gonna be such a long match.
It is. It's going to be a long match, and it's going to be a referee's nightmare. I can't wait to see who's reffing this match. It's like
We got to get Trent to want to ref this one.
yeah,
See him blow his load and fucking refing this for 2 hours.
yeah. He said no more reffing.
Yeah, he'll have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to.
Are you guys
a lot
all
of games.
competing? Is everybody here competing at the tournament this weekend?
I'm at least competing in my super match, but it depends
Okay.
on the timing of it because I have to get
I
back
got you.
home to sleep. So it depends on how it runs.
How about you, Jeff? Are you competing?
No, I got Georgia State's the following weekend.
Oh,
Otherwise, I
that's
would be
right. That's
going.
right. Do you got a super match there too, or just pulling the tournament?
I was supposed to have a match, but something, it kind of fell through.
I
Money
got
that was
you.
promised disappeared. So,
Yeah, of
yeah, so I'm
course.
just going to pull the tournament and pull the guy in the tournament.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's good. Good for you, man. Well, good luck. Not that you'll need it.
And we'll see. It's a heavier class. I'm pulling 190. So
Oh,
I'm going to
good
need
for
all the
you,
luck I
dude.
can get.
Yeah, no, that's good. You're strong, dude. That's good. It's great seeing all you young guys, man, really gravitating to the sport. And, it's awesome watching your training videos and keeps the old guys like me on our toes. So I'm glad that you guys are really pushing the envelope. You got Antonio, yourself, Jeff, and John. Of course, Brandon's always there. Mikey, you guys are killing it. Jordan's doing great. So we got a lot of great pullers in Florida, man. It's really amazing to watch this.
Very high level too. Very high level.
Super high level.
I just feel like I'm facing everybody else right now.
Dude, everybody's so strong.
Everybody's so strong. I get better, and then I go pull you, and you're 80 times better. So I got, I feel like I'm always the weakest one in the room.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to be, honestly. You just go from that. You just keep growing. It's better when the competition's close, in my opinion, especially at this level. We have so many people that are ranked North America. I think it's just a matter of time until we get a couple of guys that are world level, if not already. So probably a few more months.
It ain't even close in Florida right now, bro. You got Artem and Wade are off to the races ahead of all of us. Sharks ahead of all of us. We're small fish down here. We're the minnows, and we don't even know it.
I don't think the gap is huge, though. I think it feels that way.
Yeah, I don't know. Those guys
I think
are
it's all
mega.
percentages, man.
It's all percentages, but
it just feels like that. It really does. It feels like it's way more massive than it is.
I disagree. I believe a lot of it is massive. If you ever grab a hold of Austin Wade and he does this and does this to you when you hit, and he don't even fucking move his shoulder, he just goes like this, and you think you're something and you're not. That happens. Every one of us has probably been pinned like that by Austin Wade.
Well, that was me with Brad Grundy and Daniel Price for years.
Yeah, it'd be you the same way with him too.
But then
guys
you
like that are
acclimate,
just
though.
insane.
Austin Wade ripped up with me, and he was just doing cupping, attacking my pronation while I'm trying to fucking hit as hard as I could.
He let me take his hand and then cut me in, and then take his hand and cut me in, and he was just like this.
We gotta step our shit up.
Ridiculous.
No, I just want to arm wrestle. Fuck that.
I think
Too
we can
strong.
be contenders. I don't know. That's what I believe based on my experience.
Me and you were talking about maybe some another travel event or something, and bringing some Florida guys to take on some dudes in some other states.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm putting up 1K.
John was a part of one of those. We did about 5 of those last time. We went to Georgia, Cali, Puerto Rico, a bunch.
Yeah. Puerto Rico and Cali, man, that was two of the craziest. That was two best times arm wrestling I've had.
Yeah, and it's because you're traveling with like 7 of your Florida guys and you're taking on the fucking whole state.
Yeah, and I lost 3 of my 4 matches, got my ass handed to me, and I still loved it more than anything I've ever done.
It was definitely good. I think we should definitely see in Florida. We got all these good guys, but we're just arm wrestling each other. We got to book another trip at some point where we're taking everybody out of town. You know, something.
100%.
Yep,
I'm with that.
I agree.
I got two travel opportunities. So not you guys probably wouldn't want to come to the one for Georgia because that's the weekend after this tournament. But then we got in August. That's what?
Where? Well, yeah. Next weekend's too soon. But yeah, what's August?
Sure. But then August, we're teaming up with 98 and we're going to run a tournament up in Pennsylvania. And I want to put some super matches together. So we definitely would.
Hey, there's some nasty guys in Ohio, PA area.
Yeah, that's a good area.
You got everybody from fucking Dave Chafee to Quinlan Mendez to Joel Huddick, Palco.
The whole Lethal Arms team's up there and shit. Yeah.
Man, you got everybody out there. There's a bunch of dudes. A lot of them are my friends up there too. We could definitely. I already know we'll put Antonio as the matchmaker and start lining them up.
I will gladly do the trip again as long as you're not driving, because that was the worst experience of my life.
Oh, tell him about that. Tell him about that.
Driving fucking 90 miles an hour through the fucking mountains. Never gonna forget that.
Hey, I'll tell you that Maverick's throwing up out the passenger window.
Hey, you can't be talking about nobody throwing up when you were throwing up out of the side of the fucking van in the mountains.
Hey, you get sick out there. It's a whole other world in the mountains of Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Puerto Rico is awesome. Yeah. I want to go back there for sure.
Jeff went out to Puerto Rico. I forgot.
Yep. He pulled Sadiel, right?
Yeah. Antonio went out there and fucking smashed Kong.
Yep.
Fucking
okay.
Great.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest moments I've ever seen in my whole life. Yeah. I've never seen redemption. Listen, we went there that night. Jeff, you weren't with us. We went out there and I gripped up. I had to pull Adam, Kong's homeboy. And you know, they're all fun, awesome dudes. But when I gripped Kong, he bullied me so much. And I don't really get shook, right? I don't give a fuck. But something happened where I felt powerless. I went home. I went back to the hotel. Antonio's looking at me like, fuck, I got to arm wrestle that guy. And I told him right away, I'm like, you're fucked. You are completely fucked. Just enjoy the experience.
You called me.
Yeah. We went back there. I'm sitting in the hotel room and I'm like, I was down as hell, dude. I was like going through some depression. And I called John and I was like, hey, man, I think I'm fucked tomorrow. I said, Kong just bullied me like I was my daughter. I said, and he's telling me that Adam is close to him or stronger, but you know. And John was like, hey, he said, he was like, yo, fuck that. He's like, you must be tired. You got jet lag, something. You wake up in the morning, drink 2 Mountain Dews, and call me and see if you feel the same way. Woke up in the morning, all that fresh air, 100% recharged. I come down there and Antonio smashes Kong like he's nothing. Yep. Snatches him back from inch away, just hooks him, smash him. Definitely not what I expected out there. I thought we were going out to get our heads cut off.
Sounds like Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and then Antonio starts posting some fucking crazy memes, and Kong's basically got his boys hunting for Antonio all through the island.
Kong still hates Antonio. Kong was messaging me weeks leading up to mine and Antonio's match, telling me to fucking kill him.
Antonio's the biggest instigator of anybody.
I love your, and what can I say? It makes it just, man, totally worth it.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love it. I fucking love it.
Gotta have a sense of humor in this sport.
Yeah, because you're gonna get your ass kicked a lot, so you better be able to laugh.
Daniel, How do you think this match is gonna go? Me or Brandon? Jordan wins. There it is.
Hey, give me back my hammer.
John's saying to give back the hammer.
Oh, this big hammer. No, it's too important. Too important.
Yeah. Saying some
So it's
negative
too
shit
important.
like that.
I'd love to hear Daniel's opinion, but put the camera in his face. I want to look in his eyes when he says this.
He says I'm gonna go right through you.
I think your hand's gonna blow up, Jordan. Brandon's gonna fuck your
Look, if my
hand.
hand blows up, I need to quit.
Your hand's gonna blow up.
It's not
I've
gonna
seen your
blow
hand
up.
blow up in practice videos. I've
Dude,
never seen
I
Brandon's
pulled
hand
Craig
ever
and then I
blow
went
up.
on to pull a tournament. There's no way. And then I was
Bro.
just sitting there and open top roll like everybody.
Bro, you're gonna be trying to grip up with him for 25 minutes before the first go.
I hope we do. I hope we do. I hope
There's
he's
no
got enough
hope.
in the tank
It's
where we're
gonna happen.
fighting. It better happen, Brandon, or I'm gonna be very sad if we don't have a good fight.
Which ref's got the most patience and will just let this shit happen? Who can we
Well, we're
pick?
talking about Chris, right?
We don't. Hey, I'm going to tell you this real shit. Yeah, we don't need a referee. He can't bully me, and the only one that will need a referee is him needing to make me be fair. I can do whatever the fuck I want as soon as we grip up.
Look,
I
you can
promise
take whatever
you.
setup you want. I don't think
How
it's gonna
about
matter
this?
too
No
much.
referee.
Don't do that, Jordan.
No referee.
I know you're
We'll
strong,
settle,
Jordan.
we settle in. We'll just go. We don't need no ref.
It was at that moment.
Yep. Yep. Hey, you're strong, Jordan, but you got to be careful going to that kind of deep water.
Look, I know it's gonna be a fight. All right. I don't have as much time in, but I know tricks. And if he's not complaining, it's gonna be rough for him
tricks
too.
that Brandon taught somebody.
Brandon's gonna have
There's a few
everything
things
he
though.
wants, and he's
I
gonna be
got
complaining
knowledge
anyway.
on some things aren't as
Whatever
well
tricks
known.
they are, Brandon taught that guy's trainer, and that guy taught him. So
Look,
he knows one of the fucking 800.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
whatever
all I'm
you
saying
learn
is
is
that
probably
there's some
from
things that
someone
I used to be
else.
called delusional about, and now it's
Bro,
mainstream.
you're Jordan Bowen. The fuck?
40%.
Yeah, he ain't 44% stronger. Hey, fuck out of here.
Jordan, I really hope you can do something with him, but I know how.
And you think he's gonna go right through me? Are
I
you
don't think
kidding
he's gonna
me?
go through you.
No.
I just think he's gonna out arm wrestle you, and it's gonna be a
If-
long day.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can match power for power, but he's gonna out arm wrestle you.
There's only one person that's out arm wrestled me. Two. Brad Grundy and Devin Larratt.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What
That's
the
the only two
fuck?
people that have out arm
You're on
wrestled me.
more drugs than I
Chase
am,
out arm wrestled you
motherfucker.
5 times.
In a tournament?
Yeah.
In a match?
He
Since
beat you
when?
back to back to back to back.
I don't
outperformed
recall
like 7
this.
weight classes, and took your pronation.
Where's the
and held you
gameplay
under him.
footage? Where's the
Yeah, and-
gameplay footage? Look,
Hey, and
Brandon,
you were dragging
we're
to
gonna
the
go
back
into the
of
hook and be like, yeah, Brandon.
Hold on for dear life.
That's what's gonna happen.
Get the fuck out of here. This guy,
You guys see? I told you he's on some crazy shit.
bro. It's the Antonio's team. They're all wackos.
Hey, I'm the type of motherfucker
smoking
when you
poles.
meet, you come back to reality.
Yeah.
Look, if I lose, I'm not just gonna deflate. All right, this is probably gonna be one of the toughest matches if it's not a clean sweep, and that goes for both of us. We both know this.
Nah, what it's gonna be a motherfucking dog fight. You're gonna be fighting one of the meanest dogs in the fucking kennel.
I hope so.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I done done the dog. I done had hundreds of super matches. You could count on your fucking hand the amount of people that beat me.
It's true. You got good wins. Craig's got good wins. Antonio's got good wins.
No, don't compare. Hey, that's not apples to apples, dog. That's like,
Look, listen. All I'm saying is every time I pulled somebody, there's either doubt or there's I beating this guy, beating that guy. Did I get in the match? And it's just rough. The only person that didn't do that was Chase, and Chase absolutely rocked me. So
Who is Chase?
right.
Edmondson.
Okay, no, he's decent. He's decent. I just forgot who you were talking about. I wasn't disrespectful. Yeah, no, he's decent. And what was that? That was that Florida States?
Yeah, Florida State's, and then he got me again. He actually, I don't know how legit it was, but he did get Travis. So I don't know. Hard to tell.
You were pulling 198 that day, right, Jordan?
Yeah, I cut down to 198. Well, I was 210 for the second time we pulled. Current record's 1-5. So
Yeah, and hey, you don't think I'm comparable with Chase Edmondson?
it's really hard to tell. We've texted. I don't like making excuses. I'm just saying. I just say what I believe is, the fact of it. It's not always right. But I think that, and we talked about this, I think I should have taken longer to rest. So Craig was the freshest I've ever been. But Chase is a bad dude. In my opinion, I think he's probably one of the guys.
Yeah, he's really good.
He is. He's very strong. Well, I can't say anything on that. I was about to spoil some stuff. But he's doing some stupid lifts right now. So I don't know where you're at, Brandon. I don't. I'm not. Look, real talk. I'm not underestimating you. I hope this is a good fight. But I got to go in here and lay in some heat.
Yeah. You got to stop worrying about these lift numbers like they mean something.
They do. It depends on how you lift. They matter. They matter.
You can get a short arm dude that is doing back pressure at like 130, but as soon as you're 1/8 inch above his hand, it folds like butter.
It depends on if you're in the straps or not, though.
No, you can do all that.
There's a lot of stuff
you want.
So that's what I'm talking about, right? So that's just a small thing, like squeezing somebody in the strap shuts down riser. There's a lot of small stuff, like if you squeeze somebody. And
that lift number of these weights is something. I watch Mike Katoya, 130 pounds, pick up 135 pounds over his pronator. I can't do that, but I'll smoke him. You know what I mean? But I watched him do it on a video, right? Am I wrong, Antonio?
You're not wrong. He does.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Devin lift format?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I have to look back at the video and see.
What the hell does that mean in a situation, right? Lift all that weight don't mean shit.
I think there's some equation.
This guy's probably learning technique from someone.
That's not dissing Mike Katoya either. That's not dissing him. He's strong. I'm just saying
it's hard to tell. I think that your style has to play into that, though. If you're a hook puller and you're doing Devin's lifts, it's only going to be really effective.
It don't mean shit if the guy is an inch higher than you. You can do whatever you think you want to do, but those lifts don't mean anything. It's not. It's in a perfect world. It's comparable, but
I think connection matters too.
If me and Jeff can pull the same weight sideways, but his connection is able to get behind his shoulder because he's so tight, and the fulcrum and the leverage, all that shit that plays in, what the hell am I going to do?
The leverage makes a big difference.
Okay,
so
let me give you an
I can do a riser with 150, and you could do a riser with 150. Jordan. Your arm is 4 inches longer than mine. You can apply that force way harder than I can with that 150. So
100%.
if Brandon's arm is 4 inches longer than yours, you can have a 50% strength advantage in that lift, but he can apply the same amount of force at that angle.
Correct.
Because of how his leverage. So the lifts matter for you, but you can't compare them. Nothing is ever the exact same.
Yeah, because I hammer curl.
That's why Hermes lost to Levon, in my opinion. That stuff matters. I'm well aware. I know the game pretty well with that stuff.
You do great lifts, and you're very strong. We all know it. And I can't do what you can do on your lifts. But it's all relative. You're facing someone that is a fucking boa constrictor.
But I'm also a boa constrictor. I feel like there's before people were like, oh, you're gonna get blasted. Your best thing is endurance, and now it's like, oh, you're stronger than them now, but that endurance that you had before doesn't matter.
There's a realistic expectation of how fucked this match is gonna be. I hope it's
real quick,
realistic. It's gonna suck.
Andrew Drew Pulowski asked the format, and I guess that means like the order. And what I had an idea of is doing all the left arm first, then right arm, because there's more right arm matches. Damn, that arm looks kind of big, Brandon. But I would be going first, left and right hand. And you guys would have the last left-handed match would be Jordan and Brandon.
God damn. Maverick was cold waiting so goddamn long.
So we go through all left-handed matches. That's the final left-handed match. And then the right-handed matches, and the last one will be Maverick and Robbie. If that
for the super matches.
Mikey, you said you want to start around 12 for these matches?
Say it again, Antonio. What? Yeah, I mean, I'm down to start earlier if you think we need to.
I think 12's good.
Yeah, no earlier than 12.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
Yeah, I think 12's perfect, so we can get in there because it's going to take some time.
And we cut the tournament weigh-ins off at 2. And then if it goes a little over 2, I mean, I think that kind of works in our favor to make sure we got brackets and stuff all, situated.
Yeah. Well, mine's going to go really fast. Yeah. I might have to pull 2 guys left-handed.
Antonio, do you truly believe that the pole barn vendors have a chance to win this?
100%. Absolutely. That's why we're having these matches. It can go either way. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you consider you guys the favorite or the underdog in your opinion? Not who you want to win, but you're true, like where you're betting, if you were betting.
Genuinely being 50-50. Depending on who gets what lane, it could go either way. I mean, I do for our matches, but other than that, every match I see really going either way.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I would say it's probably 60-40 with Garage Grinders as the favorite.
I could see that. Yeah.
But
55, 60, something in there.
Yeah, but it could be close or it's going to be really ugly. One of the two. I don't think Pole Barn can blow us out. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's either going to be we're going to destroy them by where they get 2 or 3 wins, or it'll be right at the 5-4 line. Either way, because all it takes is that one upset. You don't realize some guy's strong, like Brad smacks Zach or something. Like, oh shit, which could happen. Because I don't know how good I pulled Zach in forever.
That's a wild card match. That can go either way, and I know nothing about Brad, and I don't know how strong Zach is right now. He hasn't pulled in fucking 5 months.
Right, so that's a wild card. If Brad wins both those matches over Zach, it's going to be rough to come back. We're going to need Zach to win at least one of those. Which I don't think left hand Zach's going to beat. His left hand's really strong.
He was holding everybody at practice a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. He just wanted to knock the rust off, and he held everybody no problem. So
he just don't have a lot of offense.
He's got a strong lock on both arms, though. That it's real hard to get through.
Yeah, I seen what happened at my practice last time.
I can only beat him because I've been pulling him for 7 years since I started. So I know how to beat him every time. Same thing with Brandon and Artem, and everybody has the person that they pull with. But Zach was holding George's press for 20 seconds straight beginning of practice.
Right.
Zach's strong.
Yeah. Hey, is it possible that we could get Chris Rousakis as the referee?
He really doesn't like to ref, but probably I can talk to him.
He likes to referee my matches. Ask him.
Oh man, that's a strong human that entered the chat right there. Holy smokes!
He's far from the camera. He looks kind of small.
That's a monster right there. Hey, them freaking Partridge boys don't play. Hey, I watched Cody. Hey, you see, Brandon, take the lid of that Budweiser and smash the cap with your thumb backwards.
Oh, you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, take the cap
what do I do?
and hold it in your fingers, like with the pointy parts on your fingers here, and push and just smash it in like this with one hand.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. Like this. I got your old one. Hey, right here, like this. You take it like this and just push it in with your thumb and fold it backwards.
Yep.
Oh hell no! It's gonna cut my. It's cut my finger.
2 people that can. That's
bad. 2 sitting, but it was at 138.
It didn't bend at all, John.
That's what them Partridge boys are doing down there.
Freaking wait.
All right, hold on.
I'm waiting for Georgia State's, man. I'm about to go see what this Trevin Works about. He big ass mouth.
Give me 1 second, guys.
I think that would be good, but I think you're too strong for him.
About that, everything I said to him, man, he's a good. Show him something. For sure.
Yeah. You're a strong human.
Well, somebody. I mean, from what it.
Bro, this guy's service is worse than mine.
I just want to see his hands. Him to show me.
What the fuck are those, Matt Mask? Jeez Louise.
Well, I want to.
Hey, imagine he walks up and grabs you by the face and starts.
Right. Yeah, that's what he needs.
Holy shit.
I would shoot him.
Yeah.
That's how I would handle that. I would go for my gun.
But that's I think going to shut a little bit. He's going to hands, finger containment. I think he's going to try to left hand. My left hand. Last time somebody tried to,
Well, boys, I'm gonna have to hop off here.
All right. See ya, Jordan.
Brandon, you're gonna get smoked Saturday. I just hit 135 side pressure.
Yeah.
We'll see. See you Saturday.
I don't hear no excuses.
All right, bro.
Hey, none at all. Bring the A game, Brandon.
He's looking stout.
Brandon, you got money on that or no?
Yeah. He's good.
He's looking stout. I got a chance to that last. He impressed me.
Quit lying, bro. Be real. Levi, you a real motherfucker. I know that. You ain't got to sugarcoat shit. You know that motherfucker mediocre as hell.
Well, I like
between you and me, he's a nice kid, but he mediocre, dog. He ain't built like me and you. We're different, okay? He's gonna get a real lesson. Southern ass whooping.
Anybody that thinks that you're not going to be in that match is kind of fucking wild. It's going to be a long.
Yeah, it is going to be.
If you're not in that match, then holy shit, I would be more surprised than anything if somehow you weren't. But I don't see it an option of that.
I've told Trevin Work, he's telling me I'm lucky that he's getting this up. I'm very, very grateful for it. But I promise you, I'm going to pack this game next.
Yeah.
Florida is a completely different place than Georgia. I've won Arm Warriors in January, and I didn't get to shake his hand or nothing like that. But I'm telling you, I can catch you. Yeah, he's been in the Army, and I'm some bad motherfucker, but he ain't that good. He ain't gonna be able to catch what I throw at him.
I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
Honest, is it left hand or right hand?
Both.
Okay, yeah. So I just seen the Georgia rankings today, and he's ranked behind Cody Wood, and I have a hard time believing you won't beat him. From what I understand, overall right-handed in Georgia, I think he's behind him, and I have a real hard time thinking anyone 160 pounds is going to beat you.
Listen, this had a false sense of confidence because he got some pins on Dustin Ramey at a Georgia practice, and now he's seen where I tried to slip on Dustin at bike week, and he got that good pin on me left-handed. So he's got this false sense. But
Dustin's really good.
That's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's really good left-handed. Really good.
About it is he showed up at that practice to pull Dustin like 2 hours late. Him and Dustin about got into a fight over it, So he can think that tells him something about me, but he's gonna get a.
He gonna learn.
Oh yeah, that's, man. You've only come to Florida a couple of times, and you pulled a guy. Yeah, he's a big son bitch, but Dylan's new. Dylan's very new, and I've seen a lot of people that shouldn't have got pins on him get pins on him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just can't if you go the wrong lane with him, it's a bad day. But yeah,
that's right. And there's a lot of people like that. I
yeah,
like lean on versatility, and the reason I got versatility is because I got to arm wrestle with somebody like Cody and my dad. They're you got to work around. You think my hands are big? You go to grip up with one of those guys, and I mean, you're talking
yeah.
about sauce.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we ain't slap fighting.
No,
So yeah, I got these two freaking midgets over here, Antonio and Jeff, little hand.
that dude's right there. Yeah, man, I'm a fan, guys.
Look at look at the difference between that bear paw down there and
Yeah,
Mikey's got big hands too. Hey, I'm just an average human.
I still got
Hey,
pump glue and shit all over my hands from work.
leave it there. Don't even wash your hands
Oh,
anymore.
yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Next
Yep. Just
showing
hey,
up,
every time you see some treated wood, just rub your hands on them a couple times.
stand it
Yep.
down. Real.
Yep.
Oh yeah, man. Mikey, what you think, man? Who you got? You know this Trevin kid?
For which match?
Me and Trevin, you know him?
I've heard of him, but I don't have much experience with him.
Huh. He's ranked 12 on In the Hook. I don't know how the hell that happened. Who did he beat to become that? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know if I'm.
Who did he beat, or who did he beat off?
Yeah, there you go. One or the other. And I want to know if I'm gonna take that rank. If I beat, obviously it's
Yeah.
artificial rank.
Oh
Nothing
yeah, if you beat him, you take his rank.
Yep. If you beat him, it's all yours.
rank though. That should maybe just got to be updated.
Yeah. I
It don't
mean,
matter. You're gonna take that rank before it gets updated.
now I know he is good. I
Oh,
just happened
well,
to see that today. It's funny that you're pulling him because I happened to see it today where the rankings, in Georgia, and I was looking through. I believe he was ranked behind Cody Wood, right-handed. Left hand, I don't know. I didn't see that. I don't believe, but
I
I was
think
thinking, man,
this is what tells me a lot about him, man. He's pulled that David Terrell from Tennessee,
hmm
and Jordan Mahoney and me talk a lot. That's another guy. That's a sleeper right there. He's strong. He caught me in a bad spot. I hadn't really been training my side pressure before that event much, and
yeah,
yeah, it kind of when I got to the bottom in that first round, it showed.
Jordan's good.
He's good. A lot better than I thought he was going to be. When I first shook his hand when I got to the event, my guard completely went. I was like, "Oh man, what the hell?"
Yeah, kind of soft hand, everything. Yeah,
He put that lock in. I was like, "God damn!" But
yeah. He's a bad dude on that left. I think it's the left hand he's really good with, right?
yeah, he was good with
Yeah.
right, surprisingly. But he's got pins on this David Terrell. He had a super match with him,
hmm
and Trevin Work had a real hard time with that David Terrell. I'm just using a little bit of food for thought. I'm pretty sure that if he's anywhere close to that David Terrell, I don't think his left hand's going to be able to do anything to me. Because as far as rolling out, Jordan Mahoney was trying to roll out on me, and I pulled him into a hook outside of the straps left-handed. And I don't know, David Terrell got his hand ripped away from him by Jordan Mahoney. That kind of tells me a little bit there.
Yeah,
Even
I think he'll be just fine.
guys, listen, I'm a presser. I started this shit pressing. It doesn't, I can arm wrestle without my hand. I learned that before anything. It's probably a bad thing, but I do have it. I don't like to use it. I used it against when I arm wrestled Dan Worley. He's so good in the setup. I just wasn't used to anything he was doing, so I just kind of let him take that part, just because I knew I was gonna spend too much time fighting for that hand and end up making a mistake. So I just kind of wedged in and let him take my hand.
Yeah.
The matches we
Uh,
got.
do what?
What other matches y'all got going on this weekend? There's
Oh yeah, we got 10 matches this weekend. A lot of them.
damn right. I was gonna try to make it out. Cody wanted to come pull for that motorcycle, but I don't know. He wants to save himself. I want to save myself because I want to pull the tournament after the super match.
Levi, what weight do you pull
Yeah.
at?
Um, shit, I'm right at about 260, do right now. I pull Superman. I don't cut weight. I don't do all that shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I could. I did it one time, and then I pulled Dustin Ramey in Valdosta, Georgia, one year, and I just did not like the way I felt whenever I cut those pounds off. I come in at like 240 and just depleted. I didn't know how to rehydrate and shit, man. Struggled with it. He damn sure he rolled my shit back that day.
You think Georgia State's going to be big show out, big turnout?
Yeah, I think the tournament's going to be massive. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of people there. I think the Bishop's coming.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You think like 200 plus?
What's that?
You think it'll be 200 plus entries?
Yeah. I think the tournament side of it, just me alone. See, I've got just with what little bit we got at Vice Grip, we got 6 people coming. And 3 of them are pro classes. So actually 4 is going to pull pro classes. We got a couple amateurs. So we're bringing a crew. I think Chase, Ed, Lance, and maybe Mike Oliver and all them's going to come. I don't really. I got all these kids and a new baby, and I've got 1, 2, 4. So I don't really get time to go practice with all these guys around here. I pretty much just work with myself.
Yeah.
Call Cody up, and we'll figure it out that way. But
Have a long day at 190.
yeah, are you coming? You gonna be there?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking I was gonna show. I didn't even know you were part of it, Mikey. I was thinking I was gonna show up and just be like solo out here.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit. I already know. I'm ready for this guy right here. He's got a big to him, and I already know it's all based off of a few different assumptions he's made with people he's practiced with, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But I'm fixing to have to get back in here and help with the baby and shit. I appreciate y'all. And
all right, bro.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, so I guess, Antonio, the general consensus is you guys are fucked.
And the general consensus on my team is that you guys are wrong, but it is what it is.
I'm not pulling, so I get to watch, and no matter which way it goes, it's going to be fun. I know a lot of people are coming just to watch. I think every match is close, and it could be 50-50, except the Zach match. I really don't know who Brad is or how strong he is, and I have no idea where Zach's at.
I completely agree. I haven't pulled Zach in forever. But again, practice polls aren't really a whole lot to go off because, again, like there's so many factors to consider. But I know he looks really good in practice polls and everything. I've seen how he does with Artem and shit, like you've been saying, all these gauges and shit. But Brad, he's a wild card. So I don't know. I'm excited. Do you know where Lonnie Hengstrom is in terms of power? Because he just recently.
Right. Is Lonnie the lighter one or the heavier one?
The lighter one.
Oh. He's the one that pulls that. I know. Styles make matches, man. He's got a good press, and he's got a big hand, so it depends. How does Brad pull? Is he a top roller, hooker, presser?
It really just depends, but we've kind of drilled into him to kind of stay outside. So, I mean, he probably would be more of a top roller, but he can go both ways.
I don't think that's the lane to go with Zach.
What, outside or inside?
Outside. Like, honestly, Zach's he's got a lot of pronation, and it just sits there like 3-4 inches above the pad is you'll hit that, and then he's like a different human.
Okay, if you say so. I did not know that. I'm interested.
Yeah, he's good. He's got a weird sticky spot, and that's coming from me, and I pull him all the time, and I know how to beat him, and that's still an annoying spot for me to get to, either hand.
Gotcha. No, for sure. Now, I really don't want to throw my boy Brad under the bus, but it's definitely, I do think Zach's a favorite just because of the experience and the caliber of guys that he's pulled. So, but I do think Brad's going to surprise Zach regardless. So, I'm curious.
It'll be fun. That'll be an interesting match. Zach
And then
hasn't like pulled competitively in a very long time. You know, he practices every now and then when we talk him into it, but he hasn't pulled a tournament in like 2 years, 3 years.
and a ready go is very different from a practice pull.
Yeah, he's not a hitter for sure. He's static, slow. You know, he can catch, and he's got locks, so it'll be fun.
For sure. What match are you most anticipated for personally?
Now it's going to be Brandon and Jordan. I just want to see how fucked that match is.
That's fair.
I don't know how strong you're feeling right now, but I've heard that Ethan is a freak right now. Like, and I pulled him when he's strong, and I pulled him when he's not strong. I can beat him when he's not strong, but when he's on, I can't touch him. I have to get him at the end of practice.
Which arm?
Right arm, I know for sure he's real strong. Left is a hard gauge because John's left is real strong right now, and he didn't really tell me how they did left. So you're probably the favorite left. You've got a really strong hook, and he's got, you know, he just like posts real hard, and he's got good pronation there. But right, yeah, his right, I guess, is healthy, and it's feeling good.
We'll feel it
So
out,
that's
man.
probably 1-1. You know, you guys will probably go 1-1 for that.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Everyone's saying that.
Here's the thing, Maverick and Robbie. Going into hearing that match, seeing it announced, I thought Robbie was the favorite because I pulled Maverick. I beat Maverick right hand every time we pulled in the tournament, but I watched him pull through Brad at the practice fresh for fresh, and I guess he's healthy now and he doesn't have his bicep injury anymore. So he's looking really good too. So after I saw that, now I'm like, oh, Robbie would have to hit a super fast press and catch Maverick off guard and beat him center.
That's the closest match for me, in my opinion, where I could just see it going either way, purely who gets their move first.
Yeah. Are they pulling both arms?
Just right. And that's Robbie's
I've
money.
never pulled Robbie, so I don't know how strong he is. I've never pulled him. I've seen him get some good wins, though. When he's heavy, he looks good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I do think that's a factor, too, is a lot of the guys on my team are just not as active as the Garage Grinders, or as well known. Randy has been arm wrestling for like 20 years, but he took like a 4-year hiatus. Robbie has had like a bunch of personal shit going on in his life, so no one has seen him in like his match with Austin Collins. Brad, you guys really either. So there's just a lot of factors to that. So I do think probably why a lot of people are also underestimating my team. So I get it. But like, bro, the fact that Robbie just came out of the fucking woodworks and then just fucking beat Austin Collins, I mean, that's a pretty big fucking. I gotta go with my boy Robbie.
Realistically, I don't think anybody's underestimating you guys or like thinking you guys are going to lose. It's going to be close. There's just those weird wild card matches. Like, you and Ethan are going to go 1-1. More than likely. That's like a 55-45 1-1. The Maverick and Robbie, that's a wild card. Zach's match is a wild card. Now you've got Jordan and Brandon. That's another wild card match. So now those are three, those are the make or break matches, basically, is what it's going to come down to. I'm biased, but I felt John. He's retarded strong right now. He doesn't even train arm wrestling anymore. He just trains powerlifting, and he feels stupid. We hung out yesterday, and I grabbed his hand, I rose through it, and then he fucking just ripped me sideways, and I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, it hurt. So he's real strong right now. Unless Drew's done something different, I don't think it's going to be enough. Then again, I haven't pulled him, so I don't know. He could have leveled up. But John's leveled up like how I leveled up over the last year. John has just done that, he went full powerlifting, fundamentals, and now he's a different animal.
I get that. That's fair. I respect that assessment. Drew, though, man, every time I pull him, it depends on what day you catch him, but like some days I can't fucking pin Drew, bro. He is a very unpredictable individual. Some days his fucking side pressure is just killing me. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? He's a very unpredictable guy, because there are days where I just see him lose to guys like, what the fuck? And then he'll manage to pull out a win where I'm like, how did you do that individual? So I don't know. We'll see, man.
He's got good table IQ. You know, I've never had an issue with him right hand. Left hand, he can usually take my hand pretty good. But when John told me he can take his hand, I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, so maybe I just have a weak hand. But John's a hook puller now. You know, he got so strong that all his inside game finally connected. He can still top roll, you know, all day, but now his hit is right inside, sideways, hard as fuck. It's impressive. So it's hard for me to see John lose that match. That match specifically, if you put him against Maverick or Robbie, I would say, okay, I don't know if John has enough yet. But yeah, I can't see John losing this match either hand. And I apologize, Drew. I love you, but
He's not sorry. And he's wrong, but it is what it is.
we'll see. Listen, if I was a betting man, I would bet on the John match. I'd bet heavy on John. I would not bet the Brandon match. I could, you know, I would bet money, you left hand, Ethan right hand. I wouldn't bet on the Zach match, even though Zach's one of my best friends. I wouldn't bet on that because I don't know where he's at. The Maverick match, I wouldn't bet on. And if Maverick showed up healthy with sleep, I would bet on Maverick every day. But I know he's got work the day before, so I wouldn't touch that match for the 10-foot pole. Who else we got?
I think that was. I think you got the. Oh, Randy and Brandon.
Which one?
Randy and Brandon.
I don't know Randy. I've never pulled him. I've never seen him pull. But if I was a betting man, I will never bet against Brandon unless the human is 40 pounds heavier and is way stronger in every lane. That's the only time I'll bet against Brandon. Like, I pulled him in his flow arm super match thing, and at a best of 3, I could beat him. Best of 5, he has enough time to do setup shenanigans, restarts, to where the power is meaningless at that point. Is it best of 3 or best of 5?
Best of 5.
And is that's right hand?
Got you.
Is that right hand?
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably put money on Brandon. If I had to, gun to my head, I would put money on Brandon for that one. Probably pretty confidently, yeah. He's just a hard individual to beat in a best of 5 format.
That's his endurance that favors him, so for sure.
I don't know where it comes from either, because he barely fucking works out, shows up to practice whenever he wants to, and off the couch, he's ridiculous at any weight.
That's how long he's been pulling, man. He just built up that endurance, dog. He's a grungy fucking puller too, man. Been doing that shit for.
What arm do you have the best luck with Drew?
Me?
Yeah.
Left-handed. For sure. I mean, obviously, it's my favorite arm, so.
Yeah. Can you top roll him?
It depends, because again, like you've said, like he's my training partner. He knows how to set up and fuck with me a little bit. He's still stronger. It really just depends on the setup. But yes, I can take his hand. But he is a technical little fucker, so he'll do some
smart.
Shit a little bit, and I just can't get comfortable. So
he knows what he's doing. He's got Chris that shows him all these fucking moves over the years. Like the one time I forgot, it was my first time pulling 76 after I cut to 54 a bunch, and it was in Daytona, and we went outside of the strap. I fucking went right through him, and then inside the strap, he just clamped onto my thumb, and I couldn't close my hand. It was weird, and then instantly my hand was blown up, and he told me he did that on purpose, like he planned how to do that. He's definitely he's got some manipulation game going on. I don't know. It's not going to work against John though. John will just complain. John, he'll cry. He'll him and Brandon do the same thing. He'll bitch and then he'll be like climb. Yeah, when he pulls me, John whines until I'm fucking all the way out here, knuckles in line with the side of the table.
Battle of nutrition. Anything you want to say, Mikey?
Yeah, you're over there quiet.
Just lurking.
Nah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for all the matches. I'm excited for the tournament. Like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
So, how many classes are there for the keys? What is it? 6 and 6?
6. Well, 12. Yeah,
And
6
then
and 6.
there's
And then
two
there's
wild card keys.
2 wild cards. Yeah.
How are you auctioning those off?
Every
Or what's
entry
the
into the
raffle?
tournament gets a raffle ticket.
Every entry.
No, the raffle is for a key. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you could end up with, out of luck, somebody could get 3 keys if they just won one class because there are 2 raffle tickets, or they got a raffle ticket, from each class, and then they pulled 2 extra.
Yeah, technically, yeah. Yeah.
Man, it would suck if
incorporate, let the fun.
It'd suck if you had like Devin Lee show up, pull 176, 198, 220, win all the classes, and then like an amateur that fucking just did one entry, went 0-2, wins the bike.
He's so pissed.
I mean, like, it's possible, but the odds, like, if you win the raffle,
possible, but not probable.
you win a key, which wins you a chance. Like, it's possible, but it's not likely.
That's what's gonna happen. Watch. I already know that's what's gonna happen.
Put money on it.
Somebody that's going 0-2 is going home with a bike, and it's gonna be somebody that doesn't look like they can ride a motorcycle at all.
Nice. Nice.
Who do we got in the chat?
By the way,
there's one other thing too. I wanted to show you guys something. Jeff, you're familiar with this. It's the when we went to Winter Blast, how they did the table views and registration and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's me and you. That's all right. Over real quick. I want to show you.
Yeah, I don't know where he went.
It'll look familiar. So you remember this screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're entering people in for registration, this monitor will be live streaming all of this. So you can check and make sure you're entered into all the proper categories, make sure your name's spelled right, all that good stuff. So that should help streamline the process and make things a little more efficient. And then the other thing too, if you remember, let's see, this screen. So this screen is going to be up during the tournament. And then this will be a visual representation of both tables, the pullers that are up, the pullers that are on deck, and winners throughout the tournament too. So this is another thing we're going to use that's going to really help run the tournament smoothly, efficiently, and I think make a better experience for everyone.
Yeah, it definitely helped with the expediting and everybody knowing where they're at so they could be on time for the table. That way,
Yeah.
You got to make sure that your name's entered on there, on the right class too. We had remember they put me in the 220 class.
Yeah.
So the I know it's not this one, but the August event that we
I got a big ass 75-inch TV for this dude.
75-inch.
Yeah.
So that August event that we have, that's an amateur only event.
No. We're going to do it the same way we did the strikeout. Well, we're going to have 2 tournaments in the same day. One will be a first timers only, and then we're going to do your standard, pro amateur. It'll literally be mirrored exactly like we did strikeout.
Gotcha. So for everybody that's watching, that's what, in New Jersey, August 2nd. We're going to do both, and we're going to try to get some matches there too.
It's August 2nd.
I think it's August 2nd.
It's like Pennsylvania, I think. Let me see if I can.
It's either Pennsylvania or New Jersey. It's like right there.
See if I can. I'll find it. And then also we have the I told you about the other one too, the Arizona.
Yes.
That's November 1st.
Were you trying to bring that one up when you're talking about the out-of-state opportunities?
Yeah, that was the second one that I was talking. I mentioned there was 2 opportunities. I guess technically 3 if you count Georgia, but I don't think many people are going to back-to-back tournaments other than.
You said it's Arizona and that's in November. I think we should get a good team to go out there. 2-3 dudes from our strongest classes.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
All right, I'm trying to find that other event now, the one we're doing with 98.
Mm-hmm. I think you got to get on it with advertising with that one. Blow that shit up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now all the focus obviously is this weekend. and then I'm going to try to push Georgia as much as I can for the the following week. Bro, what do you think of the little cartoon graphic I put together for the background on here?
Your tattoos weren't that accurate. They missed a bunch of your
They're not,
tattoos.
but they are. Like,
They missed a bunch of
I
them.
do have a female.
They got that one,
But
and
yeah,
they got
like
one
my
of your
neck
neck
all of a sudden.
tattoos. Who did the graphic?
I did. I did it with ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
I took it. I took
It was
from
pretty
actual
good.
pictures.
It was pretty good
Yeah,
then. If
and the bike
ChatGPT
too.
did
Like,
it. No.
yeah, there you go. Like the bike is like has like similar like it's literally like the bike, the
Oh
graphics
man.
and shit and everything.
Oh
It's
man.
wild, right? ChatGPT is like gone.
They made Brandon a regular color.
Well, look at. Hold on, let me go the other way. Look at Brandon's shirt. So, like
Uh-huh.
that's the Puerto Rico jerseys that we had, and it had the signature arms crossed, and
That looks better
AI
than the
just
Puerto
flipped
Rico
it to a
jersey.
double buy for some reason.
It looks better.
I kind of think so too. That's fine.
Yeah, it's August
No?
2nd. PROGEAR.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's New Jersey. It's New Jersey.
Oh, cool.
Where you found it?
Oh, it's New Jersey. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, I think that'll have a good turnout too. I'm curious to see, proof of concept on our first timers style tournament, doing those tournaments with, only first timers and see what kind of impact it has on others.
I don't know if a 1 day is going to be enough for that because 98 has some massive tournaments, and it being the first timers, you had a success, over 100 first timers alone, and that was just Florida people. You do a 98 with like how much they advertise in all those states up there, that might be a 400 to 600 entry tournament from all the first timers.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think one of the reasons why the first timers work so well is, there's the obvious of you've got people that have never competed before that are nervous, but something I found that worked really well was advertising in areas that are not arm wrestling specific the way I normally would for a tournament. So I was able to go into just neighborhood chats and small business chats and bring in a lot of brand new people. So I feel like if we do that in all the areas, we're just going to, grow the sport and bring more competitors in for, actual future tournaments.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. It'll be a proof of concept. Like I said, when we go, we'll see if it works.
It'll be fun. But all right, I got to get off. This 7-month-old is screaming for her dad. So
nice. All right, definitely. I appreciate you jumping on. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out. Message us, and we'll get you answers for sure.
All right, bro. I'll see ya.
All right, man. Take it easy.